Marines, and it looks like Upmagic will actually go for it. This is going to be actually very close here. I'm not sure Upmagic has enough Marines there, and given that this choke point's a little bit narrow, I think Savior with some decent micro could pick off enough micro. Oh, but Savior not with great micro there, losing 2 mules. That's going to hurt when it comes to his defense. And Savior does have a couple Hydras. Now he has some Zerglings in the back there, so once Upmagic goes in, he is going to go from behind, and Savior now microing against those Marines. Savior's Zergling's coming in from behind, but needs to be able to pick off some of these Marines from behind. Savior is going to hold, though. Savior has gotten enough sunken colonies in front to hold, and Upmagic making a critical mistake there going in, and this could cost Upmagic the game. Now, Savior did not lose many of his Mulisks. He lost maybe 2 sunken colonies and a bunch of Zerglings, but that is certainly a trade he's willing to make against basically the early army of Upmagic's. Upmagic's going to have to get lucky now to really be able to defeat Savior. Savior not microing very well, though. He needs to be very careful. Now the Lurker's out, so Savior is definitely safe for now, as long as he burrows those Lurkers on time. Is he going to burrow those on time? Looks like he's actually running them out, so that's going to give Upmagic something to think about, the fact that there are 2 Lurkers in the field somewhere, and it looks like he's not going to give chase to those Lurkers, so Savior could be doing something sneaky, trying to go in to Upmagic's space while Upmagic doesn't know they're coming, and Savior's actually produced 1 Lurker in the corner expansion, just in case Upmagic's going there. Looks like Savior actually playing very, very defensively. He's actually just going to secure the 5 o'clock expansion with those Lurkers. He's not going to go for any kind of attack on the front base. I think that's actually a mistake, though. I think he should bring a couple of them and try to kill off these reinforcements that are coming down for Upmagic. I think it's a mistake that he went just for defense, given that Upmagic probably has not even scouted it, or at least Savior has no indication that Upmagic has scouted it. Upmagic, meanwhile, has put up enough turrets to be safe from Mulisk attack. Savior moving out with some Zerglings, and a Queen's Nest for Savior, quite an early Queen's Nest. We'll see if he decides to go for early Defilers, or if he's going for something like Big Air. I don't think that's necessarily Savior's style, though. Savior's style, of course, is going for those early Defilers, and using them with devastating effect. That's what he was known for. Interesting enough, dual factories going up for Upmagic, so he's going to be going seriously for some tanks very soon, trying to break that sunken line. That's actually pretty smart. Savior could pick off this first tank, though. It looks like Savior just going to go for the SCVs instead, and now the Marines are going to ward these Mulisks away. The Mulisks are going to take a few hits also on their retreat. And this is a very close game. I can't say who's in the lead right now. Both players have played it decently so far. And Upmagic is going to have to pick off that expansion, though. He's going to have to pick off new expansion attempts by Savior. Savior, of course, is now going to play the defensive game here, trying to save these expansions. And this is another problem. Like I said, the main bases are in the low ground, which gives the Tyrant player a little bit more advantage when they're trying to run down the ramps and attack these expansions. But looks like Upmagic might not be going for that position. He might just be continuing to put pressure on the front base, making sure that Savior doesn't leave with any of his ground forces. I don't think he should go for a break, though, at this point. Certainly with 5 Lurkers, he really cannot succeed with any kind of sunken break. And Savior has planted Lurkers now, moving more Lurkers in. He's got 8 Lurkers in that position. +1/+1 up for Upmagic, though. So he's ahead of Savior, I believe, in upgrades. Savior going for perhaps another harass at the front door. This time he's brought some Zerglings along. That's going to be really helpful. Can he pick off this group of Medic Marines? Oh, no, looks like he cannot. Absolutely not. Only 4 Mulisks there. I think it was 5 or 6, but that's not going to be enough to fight off +1/+1 Marines. And Savior does not have any ground upgrades yet. That is a bit surprising, actually. I expect him to have +1 Carapace. And, oh, Savior, nice work there. Picking off those. Oh, that tank and Savior. I think those were stop Lurkers there. Nice work by Savior. I don't know if they were stop Lurkers, actually. It could have been that just Upmagic was a little careless and had his Marines on move or attack move or something. Or just actually simple move would have produced that result. But managing to catch a number of those Marines in transit. But meanwhile, Upmagic has managed to bring 2 tanks up. And Savior is going to have to micro very well to pick them off. Or he's going to have to get the Defilers. He doesn't have enough Mulisks, actually, to really micro against him. Savior now bringing the Lurkers from behind. He could be going for a 2-way break here. I think that will be his plan. No, it looks like he's lurking, or burrowing all of his Lurkers, actually. Perhaps he's going to play the waiting game here. He's going to try to wait until he gets Defilers out. Here are the Defilers, in the Defiler mound, rather. So it's going to be that standard race between the Zerg and the Terran. So if Savior can weather this storm, he will be able to take an advantage, I think, once Defilers come out and Consume is researched. But if Upmagic can bring a couple more tanks up, he could seal the deal right now before Savior can get those Defilers up, and that really becomes a critical part of the Terran versus Zerg game. Savior going for snipe on the Science Vessel! Wow! Losing all of his Mulisk, but sniping out the first Science Vessel. That's once again going to delay Upmagic, and nice work there by Savior. Well, getting those forces destroyed, but meanwhile, managing to delay the reinforcements just a little bit, from Upmagic. He's going to need every bit of delay he can get, though. Upmagic probably has a second Science Vessel coming out, and that's going to bring a lot of trouble for Savior. Upmagic's probably running out of scans, though. Savior with Defilers out, he needs to just get consumed, and he will go for the break. Will Savior have enough for... he needs to not waste those Zerglings. I think Savior still had enough time not to waste those Zerglings and to wait until he had consumed, but he desperately needs consume. He desperately needs to put one more, one Dark Storm, and that'll be enough, really. 2 Dark Storms and really be able to push this back. But first Science Vessel is out, so this is going to be a race here. Will the Defilers win, or will the Science Vessel consume? Is out. You can hear the Korean girls screaming in the background. Here's the first Dark Swarm from Savior. Savior known for his Dark Swarm. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see some Dark Storm ownage here from Savior. Will it be enough, though? Has Upmagic managed to dent Savior's unit force enough that he can actually survive this? Savior with 3 Lurkers back here. They're going to pick off a number of Marines, but I think they are going to get taken down now. So Savior not having too much success with those Marines from those Lurkers coming from behind. Savior needs to be careful with these Lurkers, not to move them out of the way. Looks like the Science Vessel gets 1 radiate off on the Lurker, but that's not going to be able to help against Defiler. Savior with some very, very nice Dark Swarms here, managing to pick off almost all the tanks at this point. So really crippling Upmagic's army here, Upmagic only down to 2 tanks now, and Savior now has taken that expansion, that natural expansion of the 5 o'clock location, picking up his 4th gas in the process. Meanwhile, though, Upmagic has taken a middle expansion at the inside 9 o'clock position. Hold on, let me check. Is that a mineral? No, actually, that's sorry, that's just his second natural expansion. It is this mineral-only expansion on that high ground that I was talking about. And now Savior is going to be facing perhaps an attack at the southeast base, actually, at the 5 o'clock base. I'm not sure if Savior's ready for that, though. Savior does have Lurkers approaching, using that leapfrog method that he really made so powerful. Lest we forget, for the newer viewers who have just started watching Savior's games now, he was really one of the pioneers of Defiler use, Defiler Lurker use. Really, he was one of the pioneers of that, and that is why Zergs are so powerful in the late game. Oh, Savior landing 1 Scourge, but not landing 2 of them, and Savior critically does not have any Lurkers here at the southeast position. This could mean a big trouble for him. He does have a nice canal going up right now. He needs that nice to go up. I wonder if the other end is finished. If the other end isn't finished, Savior could be in big trouble. The other end is finished, so Savior now bringing Lurkers across. I think he might be able to hold it if he can get a couple more Lurkers there. Dark Swarm goes off. It's nice work by Savior, so preventing this this hatchery from going down here at the lower left, but now losing that Defiler. Nothing really he can do, though. That is pretty standard. Oh, Savior needed to get those Lurkers under the Dark Swarm, losing 2 Lurkers there needlessly. I think the old Savior would not have let that happen. And, oh man, Upmagic managing to find the hole here, going behind the mineral line, so really denying mining here at the lower right, and he's going to definitely take an edge if he can continue that. Savior, meanwhile, losing a couple more Lurkers on the ridge. That's careless of Savior. Savior's initial defense is certainly looking better than what he's doing right now, which is losing a lot of Lurkers carelessly. So his definitely, I think his late game 8 p.m. Still is not nearly as well as good as it was before. And Savior once again is pushed back into his base. This is really not looking good for him. I think his